Hey, everybody. It's Monday night, so a little bit different from our usual. We just got some things we wanted to catch everybody else up on, so stick around and get caught up. Hey, folks. Tonight, I got with me my special guest, my special friend, the special events coordinator, human resources, and also feline resources. Kaylisa, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's not an unboxing video. Where am I? I'm scared.
How are you? How are feline resources going?
They're doing good since I'm holding them.
Yeah,
This is just going to be the video, so please enjoy
he
here.
just absorbs light. It's,
Yeah.
oh
Ah,
no, there he goes. He
yeah.
just found out he was on video.
He's
He
just going to,
declined.
this is going to be my contribution to the video, so enjoy.
Well, it's all good. Let's see who we got here. We got Tots in the house. Two Brothers Comics in the house. What's up, guys? Alan Breedlove is here.
Hi, Bugs.
So who's bringing the party to Haven? That's a question we've all been asking for a long time. Oh, that's the other feline.
That's the other one. Stop.
his his largeness.
Yes.
And we got Spider Girl 42, who is great at sticking around because she has spidery capabilities. So, um, kind of a weird. The world is weird right now, and so we just wanted to catch you guys up on how that is impacting uh, you getting your comics primarily.
Yeah.
The supply chain for most everything is completely borked. Um, a couple of weeks ago, we got an email that 70 different titles, and these were all strictly Marvel titles, by the way, are going to be late. They didn't say what that means or how late is, but they're going to be delayed. Um, we've been getting similar emails from other publishers, and every few days we get another email saying, "Hey, delay, sorry." Um, so things are coming out eventually, theoretically. Um,
Hypothetically.
yeah, yeah, 75 Marvel titles now pushed back. Yeah, you're right. It and we get more notifications every other day. So if you're looking for something and you have an app that tells you like, "Hey, this came out today," and we say no, it didn't, your app needs to be updated because it did not come out today.
Yeah.
Probably not coming out for a while. Uh, Further throwing things out of whack. Look at that love bug. Oh,
This is not helping our very formal
this is
State of the
very
Union.
very serious. Uh, but further making things difficult is Diamond was shut down this past Friday, um, and we got emails from someone else um, that they're having hardware issues, that their facilities were shut down, and it looks like that they were hit by a ransomware attack. Awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's really rough.
whether we're going to get books from Diamond this week, we don't know. Some people got theirs, but that was because they shipped out on Thursday before the attack hit Friday and shut everything down. So don't know if we're going to have books from Diamond this week or not, or if we do, if they're going to come in on time or not. We have no idea, no way of knowing. So we wanted to make sure that you guys were in the loop on that and that you knew that was coming. Also, it is a bummer. And that makes Kaylisa's job at unboxing really hard because she's like, am I going to have boxes?
Yeah, unboxings, as you might have noticed, have not been happening the last few weeks, which really kills production crew and I because we really like doing them and we miss you guys. It's not the same, but on an extremely local talk with our UPS guy, they are starting to get out of the like the warehouse with their trucks full like 2 hours later than normal, and it's only going to get worse as the holiday season comes in. So we will do our best, but typically if a delivery doesn't come in by noon, normally they come in at like 10:30. But if you don't see any video by noon, it's probably not going to happen. And I really hate that, but we have to get out of the store before 5 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because you're there all day waiting for a truck to show up. And what's funny is sometimes they give us, sometimes they don't. But sometimes we get a link that we can click on and track, like, where is the driver? And we watch him drive past us, and then past us, and then past us, and past us, and then behind us, and then past. It's like, what are you doing? But all of their airmail people or next day air kind of stuff get priority, and so they don't even stop in logical places to just drop stuff off. They drive back and forth, and they tease us relentlessly.
And your local UPS driver is not in charge of their route. They have to follow a specific path. They don't just like whimsically decide. So it's frustrating.
It's extremely frustrating, and that makes it difficult for us to bring you guys the new comics that you're waiting on, that you want to read and all that stuff, and that we want to read too. But we wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that these issues are out there. They're happening. They're out of our control. There's nothing we can do about them. But we are going to find ways to do what we can to make every week really cool at Haven, regardless of whether we've got comics from one particular publisher or not.
What kind of advice would you give anybody who wants to get a specific Christmas gift or holiday gift from Haven this year and hasn't already placed an order with us?
Order it now. Things are taking a really long time to come in. The longer you go, the harder it's going to be to get things in before the holidays hit. Am I doing stand up on Saturdays? Yeah, that's how we're going to make things fun and exciting at the store. Is I'm going to do stand up comedy. And Kaylee's is going to bring her cat comedy act onto the stage as well. What's up, Kyle? How you doing, man? Haven gift certificates, we have those. We do not. There we go. Look at that. Look at that face. How can you not love that face? I don't even know what he's doing.
He doesn't know what he's doing. There are no thoughts in that little brain. He is purring.
He's purring. That's the happiest. Yeah. I will say this. If you're reading manga, I am talking to stores all over the country. And there is a ton of manga in particular that is just gone to back order or is out of print. A lot of it. That has been particularly hit hard because it's not originating here. And the U.S. is not the biggest market for it. So we're the last ones on the list to get it. So we're getting leftovers if they exist. And right now they don't exist. So if you're a manga fan, that's becoming very challenging to get for certain titles. Very much so. What's happening, Ryan? Good to see you, sir. A nice haircut, Jeremy.
Hey, thanks. I've been trying something new out. That's my Jeremy impersonation.
That's pretty good. You should do a sketch for us.
You don't want to see that. Nobody wants
that. Japanese comics, yeah. But yeah, if you've got something specific, not a gift card, we're going to have gift certificates right up until the bitter end. And we're happy to sell those to you. But if you're looking for something specific, you're going to want to order that sooner rather than later.
I was going to say, if you have something specific like a super nice trade collection of something, like one of the Berserk. It's me, the Jeremy Lisa. But if you have a specific thing you're hunting after and you're not going to be able to get it until like January, whenever, get the gift card. And then what I do when I'm not sure if something's going to make it to me on time is I print out a little picture of whatever I'm giving the person, wrap it up anyways, and then put a little note in there saying, this is going to get to you. Hang in there.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And that way you can go to all the trouble of wrapping something elaborately, even though you don't have anything in the box except for a picture and a gift card.
But yeah, I think the big emphasis is if you think you're going to want to order something, you need to order it like this week, no joke. Ask us, we'll help you see if we can get it or not, and then order it. And shop local this season because shipping is not your friend, and local shops are. And all the stuff is typically, theoretically, in the shop already. And you don't have to wonder if UPS will lose it for 4 weeks. Yeah, just go and get slabs. Just go and like follow your heart.
Stop telling people this stuff.
Yeah, follow your heart on the graded comics. You know, just build that collection. Why not?
We just had a guy come in Saturday who the U.S. Post Office, CGC was shipping his books back to him, and the U.S. Post Office lost them. I mean, like they're gone. And one of the books he had in there was Fantastic Four number 94, the first appearance of Agatha Harkness, who just got announced to her own spin-off show from WandaVision. And he was like, I need my books. And he looks and he sees that we have ours on the wall. And he goes, I guess I have to buy that. I was like, you could wait. Your books might show up. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know. And this might sell tomorrow. So I'm going to buy that. So he bought it Saturday.
I have faith that they're going to show up. God knows what shape they're going to show up in, but I think they're going to come back to him.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. It was $13,500 worth of comics.
He had two brothers. You should get him for an interview for the scoop.
Speaking of two brothers interviews, Nick, you guys need to get Jim Calafiore on your show. He was a hoot on the quiz show last Thursday. He was awesome. And he's done some great stuff. You absolutely ought to bring him on the show because I think your guys would enjoy reading Ned, Lord of the Pit, his current self-published work. Yeah, he had to have a letter from a retailer talking about the comics and the value and all that stuff to give to the post office. So he knew where to come. Yeah, see, you liked having Jim Calafiore on. Wasn't he cool? I love talking all the ins and outs of publishing and the comic book industry and all that stuff with him. I thought that was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Was fighting a terrorist 2-year-old daughter. I hear those terrible twos are really something. Yeah, here they are something. So yeah, long story short, we don't know if we're going to have comics coming in from Diamond this week or not. If they do, we don't know when.
But we will have Penguin Random House, and we do have DC.
Correct. We will have our Marvel and DC books. And I should be getting some books in from a collection that I just bought. It's a very small one. It's just a handful of things, but some pretty cool books in it. I should be getting those in today. Well, they didn't come today, so it should be tomorrow. And that's always fun. So we'll have some of that to show off.
We are stocked up for the quiz show on the little gelatinous feely things. Is that what we call them? The little oranges?
Yeah.
We've got those, so fret not, gentle viewers.
Yeah, your stocking stuffers are all thought out. What actually comes through Diamond now? It's a good question. Everything not Marvel and everything not DC. So Image, Dark Horse, AWA, Valiant, Aftershock, IDW, Vault, everything not Marvel and not DC.
World Comics.
Scout Comics is now also through Lunar.
Saute. Deep Fried Comics. There's a lot that comes through.
Bubblegum Shrimp.
Yeah.
Yep. Scout Comics is actually also comes out through Lunar, although we don't order them through Lunar because I don't want to give any more money to our biggest competitor who discounts comics and sells them for what we can buy them at than I have to. So that's unfortunate. All I want for Christmas is stickers and magnets. It's okay. Well, we should be able to help you out. We have some of those. But yeah, so Diamond, and that's the thing. Like this week, there's a ton of really good indie books coming out. Last week, we had some killer indie books come out, and we still have some of them up on the wall. So you guys need to come and pick them up because they're so cool.
Mike and I were so mad because as we were sorting the comics, we were like, this would have been such a good week for an unboxing. Everything looks so good. That was killing us, but we just didn't have the time because the order came so late.
Yeah, it was very late this past week. But yeah, no, there's last week's order had some awesome indie books in it, and next week's has too. So that's if you want to start with G.I. Joe #1, I'm sure Josh can find one. Actually, I almost bought one today.
Oh, really?
I almost did.
What's the going price on a G.I. Joe #1? Do I even want to know?
Well, it depends. It depends. And this
like
particular one, this one looks to be in good shape. This one's online, and that's always the problem when you buy online.
Yeah.
It looks to be in decent shape, and what the guy wanted for it and a couple, 20 or 30 other books was pretty reasonable. I just didn't pull the trigger. But I might still do that. So if you need a G.I. Joe #1, Alan, may be able to hook you up. Now, this is an interesting, hoping for a Christmas party announcement. Been batting around the idea, not sure the best way to go about that. I missed not being able to do our Christmas party last year. This is the first time we haven't done one in forever.
Maybe we'll just say, hang in there, true believers, and we'll have some news later.
People are getting booster shots, and
I have not coordinated that event yet. I'm also, I do a lot of things. I have many hats.
Local comic shop day. Yes, that is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So it is the day before Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually kind of a smart idea.
You're out shopping. I mean, you got to get your turkeys.
Well, you're not going to go to the comic book store on Black Friday because we don't have a $4,000 TV for $200.
Nobody can. We just take the day off normally.
So you're not doing that. And that Saturday, you're still hungover from Black Friday. And then you got Cyber Monday after that. So local comic shop day being the Wednesday before, it's a pretty good idea. And it's very feasible. That's doable. So that's something we've been thinking about. We are participating in local comic shop day. We do have some of the exclusives coming. We did not order real heavy on them because they're kind of weird this year. They're all current issues of the various series. And I think there's one #1 book in the bunch. The rest of them are all like issue #2, like the random LCS foil variant issue #2, which seems kind of like a weird one, but
foil variants are fun though.
They are. You don't want one of those PB restored counterfeits like doesn't even PGX, I'm sure, because now I'm thinking of extra large peanut butter, and that's making me hungry.
Peanut butter extreme.
Oh God, what was the name of that? They used to have a PB Max. There used to be a king called PB Max. It was like a peanut butter cup, except it was big and it was square. It was almost like a Klondike bar, except it was like a giant. It wasn't quite as big as that, but it was a big thing called PB Max. It didn't last very long, but the commercials, I still remember the one commercial. The guy comes on and he says, what does the PB and PB Max stand for? And then you see this big old chubby dude, balding guy with a walrus mustache in a tutu, looking very confused. And it says, well, it does not stand for portly ballerina. PB Max, peanut butter to the max.
That's cute. This Halloween, Reese's cups had Reese's cups with the Reese's stuff and Reese's Pieces in the cup. Those are really good.
Yeah, I like those too. I like the texture. That's fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. You might be in town. Excellent. Hang on, wait. Need to sell a Century #1 for PS5. What's up? Oh, Lord. You might be in town for local comic shop day. I wish you would be. You should be. That's cool. All slabs 1% off. Yeah, we could probably do that. We could swing a 1% off on all slabs. We'd be okay there. Will there be a Black Friday sale at Haven? Like me and Friday. Yeah, we've done that before, but it never makes any sense because nobody comes in. It doesn't matter what we do unless we say, hey, we're giving comics away. And even then, that doesn't really do the trick. honestly, we should probably just save Alex the time and be closed on Black Friday
If we,
because
if we
literally
normally let him stay home now, yeah.
he wants to come up to the shop, so he
Oh,
does, but it's a terrible day for us. We don't do anything.
yeah. He can watch
Um,
his bizarre cooking shows in peace.
PB Max was awesome. It was awesome. I totally dug it. Let's see, don't describe Dustin that way. Wasn't talking about Dustin. Uh, Reese's peanut butter brittle. Ooh.
Ooh,
What? No, I haven't seen that.
that sounds like an amazing way to pull one of my crowns off. Excellent.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a break a tooth right there for sure. But what a happy way to do it.
Yeah.
Sure, Miles. Yes, I mentioned. Well, yeah, you live in Texas. You're a little bit of a hike away, but man, if you're ever out in the neighborhood, we'd love to see you. 40% off the Batman slabs that Nick wants for Black Friday. It's a very specific sale. That's funny. Then call me nobody because I'll bring Bug up and there you go.
Yeah.
We'll hide some stuff around so that you can find things, find your treasures. Beans especially wants.
We'll make it an extremely easy escape room where you get to escape Haven if you buy some stuff.
Yeah. Yep. I do flash people every now and again. Kaylee's has told me not to do it. I can't help it. That's hilarious. But that does remind me of a couple of things. We have had a lot of requests for new Haven shirts. What do you think about starting up a new campaign for that, Kaylee?
Ooh, yeah, sure. What colors would we do? Because we had blue last time.
Well, the team YouTube people all want red.
Then we could do red, and yeah, we'll have to see because Green Pea Press does a lot of. They'll do whatever colors you want as long as you meet the order minimum.
Sadly, Kyle, they stopped making Nightman back in the mid-90s when Marvel bought Malibu Ultraverse because they wanted Malibu's coloring process with their digital colors. So they shuttered the entire line and killed off one of my favorite independent comic book universes of all time. Thanks for bringing that up. Why don't you give me a paper cut and pour lemon juice on it? No, but in all seriousness, no. Sadly, Nightman has not been published in 25 years. It's sad. Kyle Hotz's artwork on that book was so good. Good stuff. Comic Shop Escape Room would be awesome.
Yeah. You could probably do it themed like that. Like you'd have to like rearrange the statues and know Stanley's birthday and figure that out from a mural or something.
You would have to sort through all the dollar books in an hour to find exactly the right issue, the thing you were looking for. That would, there's an idea in there that could be a lot of fun. I totally dig it. We'll make people that we can use that as a way to sort through all the books in the underbelly underneath all the bins.
It's just a trick to, yeah.
It's just a trick. Aha! Oh, Lord have mercy. See, Alan's already putting in his order for a shirt.
We'll let you know about the campaign.
Yeah, the minimum number of shirts is 24, I think. Am I remembering that right?
So Team YouTube's going to have to show up and show out if they want it.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, that's people have been asking about shirts. We've got some lunatics who want to do this 24 hours at a comic book shop. Not associated with 24-hour comic or anything like that. They just want to spend 24 hours at a comic book store. Like Nick and Dustin want to learn how to play D&D. They think that'd be a great time to do that.
Man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You need to GM that game.
Yeah, we got to fix that. We got to have a Two Brothers Comics D&D night.
Yeah, if you want G.I. Joe books, I've got a pretty solid collection, not going to lie.
You've got one in the background, I see.
Yeah, I got...
I know you've shown that one off several times on the show, yeah.
Yeah, that's number 21, Silent Interlude, one of the best comics of all time. I'm just saying. But let's see. Yeah, 24-hour comic book day would be good. Christmas party, if we could arrange that, would be awesome. And T-shirts. I think those are things that people are all looking for and would like to do. Alan has agreed to do the grilling for 24 hours at the Haven.
Ooh.
Lord only knows what kind of content we would get for Two Brothers Comics. I bet it would be something. And Nick would have a fun time trying to figure out a clickbait title for the video. It's 5 reasons you should hang out at a comic book store for 24 hours.
Hey, wait, hang on.
3 reasons why you shouldn't. Number 7 will surprise you.
Here's the clickbait face. You ready?
Oh, that's awesome.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Appreciate that. Yeah, the show was pretty good. Let's see. What is he saying? Homemade chili, wash it down with pound cake. I don't know that you can wash chili down with pound cake because pound cake's usually kind of dry. But
you'd have to do it like how Southerners eat cornbread, where you like put the pound cake in milk and then you make like pound cake cereal.
Paste. Yes.
I think if you eat it that way, that's fine. I think that's smart. That's probably pretty good. But
there you go. We could probably do that. Yeah, that's people would contribute. My LCS showed me this. We let you go digging through there, man. You found some good comics.
I do my best.
Yeah, I know. We make it so hard for HR. It's like what? It's a nightmare. These people.
Oh man.
We all fat. I bet we can figure out how to do it. Oh Lord. I'm not saying we couldn't. It's a true statement. What else have we got to talk about, Kaylee? So that we wanted to touch base with folks on.
I'm mentally walking through my Mind Palace Haven comics right now.
If you need the latest D&D book, the Fizban's Treasury of Dragons or whatever it is,
Dragons.
We have a few copies of that left in the direct market special editions.
Yes,
which
really
are
pretty.
beautiful. Beautiful. We have a few of those left. So if that's something you need, best come get it because those direct market editions do not last long.
I can't think of anything specific. But I think, basically the point we wanted to make was if you want something and it's not in the shop, order it like toot sweet. Be patient with all of your local stores. It's weird and it's hard and it's unprecedented times for everyone. So hang in there. Haven's going to make it into the new year. So are you.
Yeah, the big thing is if you come in on Wednesday and you got your app out and you're like, well, this came out this week and it's not there, your app needs to be updated. It did not come out this week.
Yeah, our clerk at the counter will be the final authority on whether or not it did not, and whether or not it did or did not come in. So
now it may have come in, but we didn't order any extra because you didn't pre-order it.
That too.
That does happen, and that's on you.
Yeah.
Now that does happen, but we try to head that off, but it's predicting what's going to be popular rather than ordering what we know for a fact people want. And sometimes we guess right, sometimes we guess wrong. And when we guess wrong, we get stuck with a lot of comics we can't sell. That's my favorite. I will say we're about to do a purge of the back issue bins because they are so thick. They're stuffed so tight. You can't even rifle through them at all. It's just like, oh, nope, not the one I wanted. And it's not good. So, yeah, we're about to have to do a big purge of the back issue. So we're going to figure out a good sale on those mystery boxes, he says.
I always wanted to sell them by the pound.
It's not a bad idea. Kyle's up in Columbus, Ohio. That's a bit of a hike. I've been up your way. That's good to know. Hopefully they stay that way because it's a big chore because those delays are coming left and right, just all day, every day.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be in East Texas. Because from here to Dallas is just about a 12-hour drive straight up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just go down to Birmingham, hit on 20, and keep going west. You just stay on I-20 all the way to Dallas. I've got a friend who lives there, and I've made that drive a couple of times. It was like driving to Disney World, but with no Disney World at the end, just Dallas.
Just Dallas.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as much fun.
Not quite the same.
Not the same.
I don't care what their board of tourism says.
Right? Like maybe if you took all the stuff from all over the entire state and clumped it into one place, it might be like Disney World. But it's all scattered across the state that once you drive from Dallas, you can still drive another 12 hours the same direction and never leave the state. It's massive.
Yeah, I've heard that's the hardest thing of driving out of Texas. It's actually getting out of Texas.
Yeah, that's true. You wouldn't have a Christmas party after Christmas. That's silly. At that point, you just have my birthday party or a New Year's party. And what's the difference? So, yeah, don't worry. You'll be in Disney World. I'll give you a list of souvenirs I need you to bring back. That's all cool. Wait, the week of Christmas is a crazy week to be at Disney World. That is the most crowded week there is on the calendar.
What about after Christmas, like the 26th through New Year's? Is that why?
That's the week I'm talking about.
Oh, because everybody wants to be there for New Year's.
Well, they're there that just because they've got off that holiday and that holiday, so they take the whole week off in between. The week between Christmas and New Year is absolutely the most crazy jam-packed week in the parks every year without fail.
Gotcha. And then the slowest week is probably like February or something.
Well, they don't have slow weeks anymore like they used to, but True. Yeah, like early September is usually pretty slow because that's when school is starting for a lot of people. And also it's, like hot, like the floors of hell. Oh, look at that. Ooh, like one of your French girls. I see. Yeah, a bunch of folks do celebrate Christmas at Disney World. They sure do. What a maroon. Look at that cat.
Shout out to all the animals who are really confused as to why they're not being fed at the correct time.
True.
As they struggle with adjusting to nonsense human time things.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. I understand that, Nick. You go when you can. Go when you can. The week before fall break, yeah, because the week of fall break is nuts, because that's when everybody in North Alabama goes, hey, we should go to Disney World. Because it's a great time. You've got your October stuff, so you got your Halloween party, and you got the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot. How did this turn into a Disney show?
Because it's more fun to talk about than product delay.
I noticed that our number of viewers went up when we started talking about Disney World.
The algorithm picked up on the word Disney.
That's what it is. Disney! Speaking of which, did you see in Shanghai this week that there was one case of COVID that was caught right outside the gates of Disney Shanghai? So they locked over 30,000 people in the park and had the police there, and they made everybody go through and do individual screening so they could leave.
Not playing around.
No, definitely not playing around. State of the Haven Union time. Well, we're mostly talking about product delays and stuff. But we're also talking now about Disney World. So, we've gotten off topic a little bit. What HR is letting that cat go PG-13.
He's an adult cat. He's fine. He's so big. True. He's 21 pounds. So that's kind of just how he lays.
Yeah, having a 2-year-old is going to be something. Hopefully she's at that age where everything is miraculous and cool, but also she's going to have meltdowns because she's going to be exhausted and overstimulated. So that's going to be fun. Here, I'll help. Disney. Thank you. That's good. Just don't do that with Beetlejuice.
We have some great We have some great Disney comics at Haven. I know we've got some Scrooge McDucks. We've got a Beauty and the Beast. We've got a Pocahontas.
We have some good Golden Age Disney comics at the store. We have some really cool stuff. And we have a couple of random slabs that I got slabbed because I'm an idiot and I can't help it. We have a Davy Crockett. We have a Davy Crockett comic book slabbed. It's one of the photo covers with Fess Parker. You don't see a lot of those out in the wild, and it was just too cool, and it was in too good a shape to pass up. We have a Absent-Minded Professor slabbed. It's a 9.0. There are 2 graded higher than that one, and there are 2 that are graded the same as that one. But that's so we have the 3rd highest grade of any of those books ever, and we also have a Roger Rabbit #1 CGC graded at a 9.0.
I do love me a Roger Rabbit.
Not expensive books, but really cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're fun. It doesn't have to be an expensive book to be enjoyed.
Well, we appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you, sir. Hush, variant Jeremy. I'm buying those Disney comics a little bit at a time. Don't tell people about the Disney comics. He's picking them up. Nostalgic random back issues make great gifts. That's a true statement, Spider Girl.
Yes.
This is very true. One of the things I like to do, or I have liked to do in the past, is to find a comic book that was popular or a good one that was released the year and month of somebody's birth. So you go and find this was released the month that you were born. That's always kind of fun. And
that's a fun hunt too.
Yeah. You go looking for books that came out, this day in 1983 or this month in 1983, that kind of thing. It's fun. It's a good way for people to look back and go, "What? People read that?
Yeah.
Why?" So yeah, there's some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want us to talk about while we still have a few minutes? I've got a hard stop at 8, but before that, let's see here. You bought the Darby. You bought the Swamp Fox too? Okay. I think I got another Swamp Fox one. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I think I've got another one. A homemade gift card to be able to pick a slab of our choice. Well, as long as the gift card is the right amount of money, you could get whatever slab you want with one.
If you write gift card on a $100 bill, that'll get you $100 worth of comic.
Okay, yeah, Brewbreaker cap is awesome. Brewbreaker's cap was pretty awesome. I have to give Brewbreaker a lot of props for doing something I thought they should not do, and I was angry that they did, but I couldn't argue with the way he did it and the fact that it turned out well. Bringing Bucky back, I thought Bucky should have stayed dead. He was one of the only 2 people in all of comics that has stayed dead, him and Uncle Ben. And now that I've said that, they're going to bring back Uncle Ben as like
clonk clonk. There
you go. Yeah, I don't know. He'll be the nursing home soldier or something. I'm not sure. But Jason Aaron's store runs okay. Jason Aaron, has had some ups and downs on the Avengers for sure. But they have a new Avengers title that we just hit on FOC. It comes out in 3 or 4 weeks. It's called Avengers Forever. That is Jason Aaron. So I'm not sure what's going on there, why they gave him 2 Avengers titles at the same time, but something's going on. And that one does look interesting. So true that. Yep. Happy to let you guys know what's happening because we want to make sure folks know what to expect when they come in. And you're like, well, it's all good. Let's see, minus Dustin, who's ready for the new Hulk. I don't know. I'll see what Donny Cates has to do with Hulk, but I got to tell you, I thought Al Ewing did a phenomenal job with Immortal Hulk. I thought it was really good. And so we'll see what Al Ewing or what Donny Cates does with it. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. Venom comes out this week, which that was awesome. Right across the eyes. Yeah. Don't look at this. Don't watch. Venom comes out this week, and it looks really good. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what happens. Bruce Wayne's parents are always dead. Bruce Wayne's dad is a Batman in DC. He's running around.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, he's from another world or whatever, but it's Bruce Wayne. So Thomas Wayne is running around. He's like an evil Batman, or at least a halfway evil Batman. What can you do?
it happens.
Those of us who have stuff on order, will it arrive in time for Christmas? It should, especially since you've ordered stuff already and weeks ago. It should, but it's hard to guarantee anything with the way shipping things are, and just the general lines of the supply chain are just wrecked. So if they have it in stock, we should be able to get it. If they don't, then that becomes a question. So the stuff you've ordered has all been ordered well in advance. You should be fine. What's going on Thursday? Well, we have a little quiz show on Thursday, so that's always fun. We have a good time with it. More excited about Hulk than Venom. That's because Hulk is a cooler character than Venom. I don't care for Venom. I never have. Ewing did great. And I suspect Ewing's Venom's going to be very good. I mean, if you take what he did on Immortal Hulk, which was turning this into more of a horror book, not a traditional horror book, but certainly not a superhero book in the traditional sense either. If he can strike that vein and tell cool Venom stories that way, he might have a winner on his hands. And I don't know if that's what he's going to go for or not. I have no idea. But that book is supposed to come in this week, and so I'll find out because I'm excited about it. Let's see. Don't even get me started there. I'll tell you guys, we had a guy who has been a huge DC fan. He gets a ton of DC books, multiple copies of the Batman books, all that stuff. He just dropped every single title off his pull list except for Walking Dead Deluxe Cover B.
Wow.
So that goes from a big pull list every single week down to one book every month or every 2 weeks because that book comes out on bi-weekly. That was painful, but he's like, I'm just done with DC. DC is, they might come back one day and I hope they do, but DC is terrible. So he's had enough. He had enough. Oh, this cat is being brought in for handling.
They just think it's food time.
X-Men is such X-Men has so much potential coming out of House of X and Powers of X, and then it's like when you're pouring something out of a bottle just a little bit at a time, and everybody can say, oh, yep, I follow that. That's good. This is delicious. I would like more. And they said, well, how about we just dump a barrel of it on your plate? And then it's like, well, it's too much now. And they did that with the X-Men, and now they're restarting the X-Men, and they're doing all this stuff. And it's the X-Men hasn't had a great identity in a while, and I was hoping House of X and Powers of X was going to reestablish the X-Men, and it just didn't quite turn out that way, which was sad. Yeah, everybody's pretty much feeling the same on that one. That's a shame. That is a shame.
Well, I'm being overrun here.
Yeah, you are being overrun. The cats are circling. They want their food. It's a nice Haven shirt you got there, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's like the perfect Halloween Haven shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. So, just so y'all know, I had a friend who was in the Badlands of the Dakotas, and she messaged me, and I said, "Hey, are you bringing me back a buffalo?" And she says, "What? Why would I bring you back a buffalo?" But then her daughter drew me a buffalo, and they sent this to me as a postcard.
Aw.
So I got a buffalo.
There's your buffalo.
That makes me happy. So that's pretty cool. I got me a buffalo. This is kind of what I was saying earlier. Yeah, Marvel and DC, they both have some good books, and they've got some good stuff going on. But right now, you're right. Boom Studios, AWA, Mad Cave, Vault, all these guys, there are some indie books out there that are phenomenal. And if you're not reading them, you should. Speaking of indie books, there's a new one coming out from Dark Horse. You know that Mike Mignola's got his whole Hellboy world and all this other stuff. But he just kind of has an idea, does a cover, and other people actually do the writing and the art. We just had one that came through FOC this past weekend that he's actually doing the interior art for.
Ooh.
So that's a nice change. Haven't seen him do interiors on a book in 20 years, probably 15.
That's awesome.
It's been a long time. Been a long time. So that's exciting. Be on the lookout for that. That's going to be good. Trying to think anything else. Otherwise, we'll let everybody go. No need to hang out here unnecessarily. Just wanted to catch all up on what's going on with the store, with the shipments, with the order delays and stuff like that, because it's all there.
Yep.
Primordial was relevant to Huntsville. Yes, that's why I ordered up on that. Plus, it was written by Jeff Lemire, which helps.
The art was great. The art is great, I guess.
Yeah, good book. I couldn't see that cover without thinking, I need to order this.
Yeah.
Perfect for Huntsville. So what were you going to say, Kaylisa, before I rudely cut you off?
Oh, I don't remember. I think I was just going to say Primordial is a good comic. We really liked issue number 1.
I say, no need to spend time with you hooligans and peasants. Be gone, off with you. Rather.
But
well,
yeah, in summary, things are weird, but still good at Haven.
Yep, always still good. No worries at all. Breedlove he's joining Beans, King Bean, with wanting me to get the Instagram. I don't know what I would do with it, but they want me to get the Instagram.
We could take pictures of comics.
That seems to be what people want. We are not super duper. Dang it, Nick. Let it go, man. Let me off that hook.
And on that note.
Yeah, on that note, thank you guys. Y'all have a great one. We will catch y'all Thursday for our Haven Comics quiz show. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun one as always, and we will see you later. Better feed those cats.